Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Wexcombe Manor Farm. Basically we just had another storm and we have lost another tree, but that does mean a lot of firewood. I've just cut it all up, it's just taken about 5 minutes or so. And yeah, you can see here, we have got a lot of logs. Yeah, that is going to be good. The only issue is we need to move these. So, the dumper and the car trailer could be a very good solution to this. So what we're going to do is head back to the main yard, pick them up, bring them over here and see if we can get a good haul out of this. Okay, so this is our dumper. It isn't going to carry that much, that's why I've got the trailer as well. But yes, follow me is going to be handy again here. Follow me is nearly always handy. Anyway, it turned out to be quite a foggy morning. That is expected after such a rough storm. Anyway, we better put the lights on. The dumper should be able to follow us. Of course, we may have to set a bit of a distance between us because we've got the trailer on as well. Yeah, about 15. And yeah, we need to open this gate as well. So yeah, what we're going to do is bring them back to the wood burning stove we have outside. Unusual as it is. But that is a very good way of making fast money. For some reason the logs are worth a fortune if you put them into the wood burner. Many would say that it's unrealistic, but it is very handy. Fast income. The dumper! Oh, I love that thing. It's just so funny and strange, but good. It's just a nice machine. Whoa! Missed a turning. I suppose the dumper could have gone back into the trailer, but it was a bit of an issue before, with it being a three-wheeler. Right, so first things first, the trailer is going to be loaded up. It probably should be on the flat. I suppose it's not too bad like that. Can I have my dumper back? Please? Oh, thank you. We'll put this over here. Probably a bit more like this. There we go. Right, let's begin the loading up process. This could be a bit troublesome. Yeah, we're not going to fit very much in the dumper, but it's still a very good machine for the job. Let's hope they don't roll out. That seems to be not very stable. How weird. How weird. We may be putting everything in the trailer. Let's just continue. Because I have cut most of the logs at a fairly sensible size, it should be quite easy to stack them neatly in the trailer. That is what I'm hoping to do. Make it really tidy. Whoop! It's so easy to throw these things. Come on, get in there. Just go in the position where I'm telling you to go to. These things do like to fly about quite a bit. It's okay, I've tidied it up off screen. Everything will be neat in the end. This has turned out to be a very good trailer. Because of the way the physics are in Farming Simulator, this trailer does seem to have a tendency of jumping up into the air if you get inside it. So if we let it do that too much, the logs could go flying. It would be funny to see, but it would be a bit of a mess as well. So I've got to try not to make the trailer go flying too much. Just a very slow process. I don't know if we're going to be able to put anything into the dumper. It all seems to come out again, weirdly. It seems to tip out of the sides. It clearly doesn't have a solid frame. It's like it's designed just for carrying grain and stuff like that, which is fine because we've already used it for the grain. It's just using the dumper for the wood as well would have been quite fun. So we have about 5 logs left to load up. As you can see, the trailer is pretty full. So, we're going to stop it there. The rest is going to go into the back of the Hilux. The straps should go round, providing I can find them all. Is there one more here? Nope. But these should keep them all in place. Okay, so there we go. It's looking good. Right. Okay, here they are. The rest go into the back of the Hilux. We'll just throw them in. This doesn't have to be neat. And you may be thinking, well, what are you going to do for the rest of this episode? To be honest, there are a few little odd jobs that need to be done, so I think we're probably going to be covering those. The field which we've just planted is obviously growing, so that doesn't need to be touched, although fertilizer is good, so it could be sprayed. But there's nothing really in particular to do. We could sell some of these, that won't take too long. How many left? About 2 or 3. So I'll just finish off here. Whoop! Common habit. And there we go. A full trailer and some in the back of the Hilux as well. We'll just put a strap in there to keep them contained. Start the engine up on the tipper. Put it onto a worker. Yes, it turns out it didn't really need to come, but it's alright. It was worth a try. There is the stump from the previous tree which we cut down. Oh no, sorry, from the previous tree which blew over. Giving away my secrets. But that is a pretty good load of wood. I think if that was all burnt in the wood burner, it would probably equate to about £20,000. It seems ridiculous, but that is just what they cost in there. Like one log is about £800. It's incredible. Really good. In fact, technically, there's definitely more than 20 logs in there, so it's probably £30,000, maybe even 40. It does sound ridiculous. Yes, this is one of the issues here. The cows have made a big mess. I don't know if they had a food fight or something, but either way, it is very messy here, so that needs to be sorted out. The dumper is still following very slowly. We will enter our property from this angle instead of going through the small gate. Oh, it's tight through here. I can hear the dumper. There it is, whizzing about. The dumper doesn't really need to be here at all. Actually, what we could do is keep the logs on the trailer. If we just reverse the trailer in, make it nice and neat, they can stay on there, and then whenever we need some money, we just throw a log in the fire and get the money that way. It does seem very unrealistic, I know, but it's just, if I don't have enough money, it means we can't really do much on the farm, and that obviously makes for a really boring video. So we need to have a source of income all the time, and the wood burner just seems like a very good option for that. So this can go in here. Our hay bales are still here as well. So there are a few people who are saying please end this map series, but to be honest I think there is still a lot of potential. We don't have to end just yet. I love this map, and to be honest, ending it so early is a shame. So there is still quite a few episodes to come. But with any map, I'm going to get comments saying please end it, because not everybody likes every map. And that is fair enough, because everybody has got an opinion. Now, where should we put it? It doesn't want to block the pedestrian gate, so maybe about here. Look at that. That is a good load. Let's burn some in celebration. Eat a log. How much money? £474 from the second one, 200 and something from the first one, which does seem less than what it used to be, but a bit more realistic. So that is good. Okay then, so we have a little bit more money than what we used to have. Let's drive off. I'll try not to crash. We still have some in the back. That's okay to stay there for the time being. And yeah, I think we really should just quickly clean up this mess here. The Animal Table Manners mod is a good mod to have. It's just, some people say that I shouldn't install it because it's unrealistic. But I have said this map is probably a good map to have it on. Look at the size of our mixer. Nothing being mixed at the moment. We do actually have to have some more wheat or barley because we have run out. So whenever we do the next harvest, we can fill up the mixer and produce more pig food. But basically, at the moment, the pigs are producing their meat, shall we say, and they are reproducing very fast. So there is quite a bit of money in potential here for when we come to sell them. We are going to sell them, so they're not just here for display. They're running a bit low on straw, otherwise they're fine. And yes, we do have a lot of manure in the cows. Yes, that is quite a bit. There is a secret behind that. They didn't honestly produce that much poo. Somebody added to it. Anyway, let's clear up the cows area. They have made a mess. We have some spilt pig food in the bucket. We better dispose of this first of all. I'm sure they'll enjoy their floor food. Floor food tends to be good. But not for human consumption. Floor food is dirty. They have spilt a bit more anyway, so we can clear it up. Okay. Yeah, the pigs just reproduce so fast, we could have another one in just a few hours. There we go. And then just tip it in. They should appreciate it. It has to take it. It's been a night time since we last fed them. Well, that is strange. It won't take the corn, despite us feeding them quite a long time ago. In that case, we would just tip some here for later. Let's go and do the main job, which is cleaning out the cows. They do need to be done. They haven't been done for a long time, so there is quite a lot of spilt grass out there. Ah yes, and before I forget, we will shut the gate for the pigs. Off we go. Most of this cleaning session is going to be done off screen because it can be quite difficult to actually pick it up here. The ground isn't very even. See what I mean? It does get stuck very easily, so it will be better just to blast through this job, and then I'll show you the clean area in a minute or two. Whoa, and now we're crashing into the shed. Never a good thing. Anyway, actually, before I do just skip this job, I have noticed that my summer car seems to have gone down pretty well. I did episode 3 yesterday, and to be honest, I'm really enjoying that game. I've never played it before. This is the first time ever. You can actually tell from my playing style. You can tell I've never watched anybody or played it before. But nonetheless, it's a good game. It's just taken me a few attempts to get things right, and I will be continuing that series. But it's unlikely that there is going to be more than one episode a week. There has been for the last week or so. But yeah, one episode a week is about standard. And what I will try to do as well is always release My Summer Car on the same day as Farming Simulator, because another thing I've noticed is if I just do My Summer Car and nothing else on a day, then it's going to get heavily disliked, just for the sake of it not being Farming Simulator. So yeah, there'll always be Farming Simulator at the same time as My Summer Car. That is looking much better, if I don't say so myself. I can't get right to the edge. The Lely Juno can do, but that is again quite an expense for something we're not really going to use too often. So that is good enough, looking much neater. It can be quite frustrating when you're watching a video to see all of this mess. I can understand that from watching my videos when I'm editing them. So yes, hopefully that is better for all of you viewers. So that is another job out of the way. Incredibly, the field which we planted yesterday is already in flower. So we don't really have many more opportunities to spray it. We're going to have to do that now. Let's just go this way around, it's much easier instead of opening the gate. But it's another job for the T5. Off we go. It's a good job we have row crop tyres, because at this stage in the growth it would certainly destroy the crop. We have 53% in the sprayer. I think that is going to be sort of on the borderline of enough. It might be just a bit short, because as far as I can remember, I did fill it up 100% to do this field on the left hand side here, the potatoes, and that field is smaller than field number 3, and it looks like it did use just less than half of the tank. So technically, we don't have enough. We may have to fill up. But possibly, our IBC still has something in it. So we could just simply go and fill it up again. That is what I'm planning on. But failing that, we're just going to have to buy some more fertilizer. Which is okay, it doesn't really matter. We have the firewood now. It is our continual source of money. Really bumpy with the row crop tyres. Yep, it's actually getting stuck. We have some wheel spin. I don't know what they're like in real life, but I would have thought, from looking at them, that driving on the road with them would be very painful. Is it very painful, or is it comfier? They just don't look very comfortable for the operator. So because we have already spread manure on here, it means that we didn't really have to do the first fertilizer stage. We don't have to spray it the first time, which is good. But potentially, we are going to miss one here. I'll try my best to do another layer. Raise that boom up a bit. In fact, some is already ready. Somehow, in this corner, there is a tiny bit which is ready. I think we've just caught it in time. Very close. Anyway, another good opportunity for a time lapse. I seem to be putting a time lapse into every video. No bad thing though, they seem to go down very well. It's better than listening to me drone on. So, enjoy! Okay, so as you can probably tell, we have virtually run out of fertilizer, which means we need to go back over to the store to pick up some more. There could be some there, which you have to see. It did about, well, I suppose about 2/3 of the field, as expected. Oh, it does your backbone in. That is rough. Right, so clearly there is nothing here. We might have taken some back, I can't remember. But there is no harm in having more. We're definitely going to use it. So, let's fill up. We can pretty much fill it to the top. It has 1% in it currently. This is a very quick filling sprayer. That is amazing. Right, back to the field, we'll finish off. And then we're going to have a very nice productive field for when we come to harvest it. Which shouldn't be too long. Here we are back at the field. We are ready to finish off. It's just a case of finding exactly where we were I think we were in this ripe part just here, so let's get it unfolding. I'll check the map. We should be able to see exactly where we were. Yep, a little bit further along. About here. And we should be good to finish off. In fact, yeah, we have virtually finished. Yep, that's okay. So I'm just going to finish off this field very quickly. We probably should hire the boom again. I think the sprayer was actually in the lowest position before. It shouldn't have been. My mistake. It's because when you lower it down, the sprayer actually doesn't sit on the ground, which is weird. It's still probably a foot or two off the ground, which makes you think that it's still up in the highest position, but no, it isn't. So I totally messed up there. Oh well. Luckily, it doesn't affect how it works. It basically just means that the boom is much lower, even when it's on its high setting. The GPS is a saviour here, because without it, I would be missing so much. Does a very good job. But interestingly, although you're actually covering the whole field, when you look at it on the map, on the fertiliser spray map, it still shows that you've missed some, even though we haven't, which is very odd. I don't know what that's about. And that is pretty much it. I've just been checking the map again, and it looks like this is actually the final fertilisation stage. So technically, we're done. We should have a very productive harvest. We didn't plough the field, but we did cultivate it. So I don't think that counts. We shouldn't get 10% extra, but we should get 90% more productivity out of the field than what we would have done if we hadn't done anything. So none of the muck spreading, none of the spraying. It should be pretty good. And with it being canola, there is quite a bit of money here, potentially, providing we get the price right when we come to sell it. Anyway, yeah, let's just try and lower the boom. We'll head back to the yard, and that is going to be it for today. And here we are back at the yard. So quite a productive day. We've managed to get quite a bit of firewood. We have cleaned up the cows, attempted to clean up the pigs, but that didn't really work. And we have just made our field number 3 very productive by spraying it. So all in all, quite a successful video. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.